Guys. Today I wanted to. Mikey, wait. You have to wait. I'm coming. Hold on. Just wait. Today I wanted to talk about my recent challenge that I had on this channel where I meditated for 1 hour for 30 days. I never really came back and talked about the results. And on top of that, I didn't share like my last couple days of me doing the challenge. So I wanted to make sure that I came on here and shared my results with you guys. I shared about like 27 days, I feel, and then the rest of them I just did on my own. And on top of that, I was meditating for longer than the 30 days. So I was meditating for an hour before I even started the challenge with you guys. And then when I was doing the challenge with you guys on here, I was not only meditating for an hour on live, but I was also meditating for an hour in the morning. So I was meditating for about 2 hours. And honestly, that is something that I definitely would continue to do because it helped me be so clear and so peaceful. And I was navigating throughout my day with more clarity, with more grace. I was approaching things not in an emotional way, but with clarity, with logic, and embracing my emotions as well. But honestly, I haven't meditated for an hour in a couple weeks, in a while. I haven't meditated for an hour, but that is something that I'm definitely going to be starting again. I literally just thought about this yesterday. Because I am prioritizing working more and just like I'm doing a lot more in my day. So meditating for an hour, especially when I'm not waking up the earliest, is a little bit more difficult for me, especially in the morning, because I like to do it in the morning. But since I haven't been doing it, I've realized how crucial and how important it is for me. And I'm going to tell you why. When I was meditating for an hour, it helped me reprogram myself. So I would get to the truth of who I am and my life and my existence kind of while I was meditating. I wouldn't necessarily start my day off with negative emotions or ruminating on thoughts about different things that were going on in my life. When I woke up and I meditated for that hour, even when I meditated later on in the day for an hour, it helped me calm my nervous system. It helped me calm my thoughts and really experience the truth of who I am, experience the truth of my abundance, the truth of me as a woman, etc. And I know that sounds weird because it's like, how can you experience the truth of who you are? I think it's just simply not being so caught up in your thoughts, not allowing all those different thoughts that you think about yourself, about your circumstances, about your capabilities to creep in. And you're just allowing yourself to just be quiet. And it's like in that quiet, in that stillness, somebody's mowing their lawn. That's kind of loud, but I'm not going to be here for long. In that quiet, in that stillness, it helped me kind of let all that stuff go. And I was able to just live my life as a vessel instead of living my life with these preconceived perspectives and ideas about what I can do, what I can't do, how I should handle things. And when I meditated, I let that stuff go and it allowed me to experience life more with grace instead of with all these different thoughts and perspectives kind of guiding my movements and programming. I hope that I'm making sense. I didn't write this down. I knew I wanted to talk about this, but I like to have a bit of a script for my videos, especially, but I'm going to start doing that now for my lives because I kind of feel like I'm not really saying what it is that I desire to say. But at the same time, I also feel like the experience isn't something that you can express with words for real. It's really something that you have to experience on your own. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely going to get back to meditating for an hour because it just set the, especially in the morning. I meditate in the morning now, but I don't do it for an hour. I just do it for however long I feel led to. Sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 10. Sometimes I don't count the time at all. I just sit. But I'm definitely going to make that a part of my routine again because it really helped me set the tone for my day. I mean, when I meditated for an hour, I was so peaceful after. I kind of felt like nothing could move me in a sense. I set myself up to experience my day with more clarity, with more, I didn't have so many mental things just clogging my brain, clogging the way I perceive things. So that is one of the biggest takeaways. And also, while I was doing my meditation challenge, I was using this app called Open. I still use the app actually. I still do their meditations every day, pretty much every day. But that app, they have short meditations on there. And I talked about this app all the time when I came on and went live meditating with you guys. But that app helped me be more aware of myself. So meditating, just meditating, it helped me be more peaceful. It helped me ground myself. That's another one, but I'll talk about that later. It helped me just leave my negative thoughts like I talked about, and that's important. But when I started to use the Open app during my meditations, that helped me be more aware of myself. I became more aware of what was happening within my body, what kind of negativity my body was holding on to, how was my body feeling during different situations, in what situations was I tense, in what situations was I calm, was I still holding on to stress. You know, sometimes we go through stressful situations, and for me, I would either binge eat or smoke or do various different things. And I realized the reason why I indulged in that is because I didn't have an outlet for my stress. Stress is normal, stress happens, but after it happens, you have to have an outlet for it. And using the Open app to help me meditate, it helped me, one, see what areas of my body was holding on to stress, and I would be able to let them go in the morning or whenever I did my meditation. And it helped me be aware of cravings, why I was craving certain things, like what did that craving feel like in my body? Um, it helped me calm my nervous system. So I realized too that a lot of the things that we go through in life can stem from our nervous system and our nervous system not feeling safe with either larger sums of money, not feeling safe taking risks, not feeling safe talking to people, not feeling safe expressing yourself, not feeling safe being seen. So meditating and using the Open app was helping me learn how to feel safe in my body with my nervous system, using breath work, using breathing techniques. I still do these breathing techniques to till this day. Um, What else? Using breathing techniques. Um, and also, it helped me be more aware of myself in general. So, because I was waking up and for an hour, the meditations that I was doing on the open app were probably like 10, 15 minutes, between like 8 and 15 minutes, usually on the lower end. But that would give me, I would usually do that first thing in the morning to start my meditation. And that would give me the gateway to awareness, to paying attention to what was happening in my body, what was happening in my thoughts, paying attention to my breathing. So just being aware. And then as I meditated for the rest of the time, for the rest of the hour, I would continue that awareness. And because I was working on being aware for that full hour, that translated into my life. I was being aware while I was eating, while I was talking, while I was living life, just being aware of myself in each moment. So, me meditating and being aware, it translated into me being aware of everything. I would be aware of how different situations would make me feel in my body or in my thoughts. I would be aware of what I was thinking. I would be aware of how food was making me feel, both energetically and sensory, yeah, and in my body. I was being aware of different people's emotions and how I was affecting them and how they were affecting me, etc. And that awareness was helping me make decisions more quickly because I understood why I was feeling certain ways. I understood what was causing me to move in certain ways and what was causing me to not move, what was causing me to feel certain things. So, meditating for an hour, the biggest takeaways that I had was clarity. I was super, super clear about everything. Like, it just felt like everything was, I could see everything for what it was instead of it being blinded by my emotions or my preconceived programming. Preconceived programming? Yeah. Or preconceived programming? My programming, or it just was, it like lifted the veil off of my eyes and I could just see things for the reality of it and not the the thing about me. I can be a dreamer. I can be up in my head. I can be la 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 la. And meditating helped me be more aware of what is happening in reality and actually approach what is happening in reality um and what is the word I'm looking for? And deal with what's happening in reality. So it helped me ground myself. It helped me see things for what it is. And it's definitely something that I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to get back into meditating for an hour. I can't say that this is, I wouldn't recommend this for everyone. I can't say that this is, you have to meditate for an hour. I'm not going to say that. But for me, I'm definitely going to meditate for an hour. I realized how important it is. As of recently, I've been feeling a little scattered with my energy. My attention span is kind of all over the place. Um, it's really bad, actually. I'll be journaling or doing something, and I just go on my phone out of nowhere, or I just get distracted by something, and I'm like, this is not okay. And I realized when I was meditating for an hour, and really 2 hours, but I'm just saying an hour for the sake of this. When I was meditating, I was pretty clear and pretty focused. I was like, this, then this, then this. Like my day was flowing more gracefully. And it just felt like my whole day was kind of like a meditation in a sense, because I was just moving throughout my day with presence and awareness. And I realized I kind of lost that. And my attention span is not the best. I feel a bit more anxious, like even when I first got on live, like my chest, for example, with awareness, I can feel my chest is a little, my heart is beating a little faster. My chest feels a little tight. Um, I feel like when I first got on here, I felt a little bit anxious, and I meditated this morning, not too long, probably like 30 minutes or so. But I can tell how I'm kind of declining in a sense because I'm not meditating as much. And it could be other reasons as well, like me being on my phone more, etc. But yeah, I definitely feel that meditating for an hour is something beneficial for me, and I'm definitely going to continue. Is there anything else I want to say about that? Um, the only thing is, I just need to wake up earlier so that I can meditate without feeling rushed or thinking about what else I have to do. So that's something that I'm prioritizing, waking up earlier so I can actually meditate for an hour. So that is my next step. It definitely helped in my healing journey as well. I forgot to say that. The main reason I started this in the first place is because I was on a healing journey, and I started my healing journey in the winter, in around the new year, so that I can, in the spring and the summer, I can really pop out and just be a better version of myself and not have so many things holding me back. And it helped. It definitely helped. I feel rejuvenated. I definitely feel like my healing journey got me the results that I needed, because right now I'm outside. And even though, I'm still in my healing process, I feel more equipped to be seen. I feel more open to be seen. I feel more calm being seen. What is this so much? Um, but my healing journey, my meditation helped my healing journey because it just gave me time to be quiet and to not think, like I said, and to really process what I was feeling inside and confront everything I was feeling, confront everything I was experiencing. I had nothing to hide behind because I was sitting in silence for an hour. These thoughts are going to come up, these emotions are going to come up. I'm having to face myself. I'm having to face these ideas I have about myself, about life, etc. And, within my body, I could kind of feel what wasn't in alignment with me. I can feel what was not the truth. I can feel what was harming me just by how my body reacted, just by how I felt, the emotions I was feeling as I was thinking about it or processing it. And I wouldn't let too many thoughts come up, but I would allow myself to process something if it was coming up while I was meditating. So that is one of the biggest things. Like, it really, really assisted me on my healing journey because I was able to process everything and be aware and have presence within my body of what I was going through and how it was affecting me. So that is the results of meditating for an hour. I think that I put this on this channel. I did this here. Usually I would do things like this, maybe on my other channel or just with myself, but I wanted to share this because this is important. Learning how to regulate your nervous system is important. Your nervous system could be holding you back from some major things in your life and you wouldn't even know. Your past trauma could be holding you back and you wouldn't even really know unless you really confront yourself. And one of the ways I did that is through meditation. And it affects your beauty. When you're not showing up for yourself, it affects your beauty and your confidence. When you're not showing up for yourself, when you're engaging in harmful habits, that affects your beauty. So, and it affects your confidence. So, meditating for an hour is something that I would recommend. And even if you don't do it for an hour, just doing it for a prolonged period of time, more than 10 minutes, will really make a difference in your life, because doing it for that long forces you to slow down and be quiet and process and feel, etc. So I definitely would recommend it. 10 out of 10. Recommend. If you do not have the Open app, I would recommend that as well. If you do want to start with meditations that are short, that would be a great resource, because the meditations are short, but they're so powerful in healing your nervous system and helping you be more aware of what's happening in your body and what you're feeling and how your thoughts and your nervous system is affecting your life, etc. So Open App is something I recommend. I think it's like $20 a month, but it is so worth it. It's so worth it. I'm not even sponsored. I wish I was. I think I might have a free link that I could put in this video. I think it's like free for a month or something, so you could try it out. I'll share my link in this video. But meditation, no matter how long you do it for, is essential. And as you go up in the amount of time you do it for, it's definitely going to affect your life. I mean, there will be times where after I meditated, I was like, I felt like a totally different person. I was talking slower. I was, it felt like I was floating. But it was a great experiment. I loved it. I'm definitely going to make it a part of my life. This is something that I take seriously, and I'm really going to make it a part of my life. And that is all. That's all I have to say. Bye, guys. Okay. Oh, also, I wanted to say, meditating for an hour, I also practiced meditating while I was doing tasks like washing the dishes, cleaning, doing my hair, walking. There's this Buddhist monk that I watch from time to time, and he talked about how doing active meditations, walking meditations is actually very powerful, because you have to challenge yourself to stay present while doing something. Because a lot of the times when we're doing something, we can get lost in our minds, etc. But as you're doing it, it's like challenging yourself to be present in each moment. And, there's more for you to focus on. So that is my last tip if you want to get into meditation. And yeah. Bye, guys.